Hello everyone and welcome to this week's lesson on coordination. So I'm going to go through a few activities where I'm assuming that you might not have a partner, but I'll clearly explain when you could use a partner if you had one at home. So the first activity is going to involve having a stick, or in my case, I have a rolling pin. So I'm going to use the rolling pin as a line, so I'm going to be continuously jumping over and back and forth over the rolling pin. But at the same time, I'm going to be throwing the tennis ball. Because I have no partner, I'm going to be throwing it against the wall, back and forth, whilst I'm continuously jumping over the rolling pin. If you had a partner, your partner could throw the ball to you whilst you're jumping. But I'm going to show you now what it looks like if you're using a wall instead. So you're continuously using your feet and your hands at the same time. This is really going to help your coordination. It's not an easy task, but I'd like you to give it a go. If you want to start by just jumping over a crack on the ground, just in case you land on the rolling pin, that's completely fine. I don't want you to hurt yourself. But if that's too easy for you, progress to using a bat or a rolling pin and jump continuously back and forth over for that activity. So for the next activity, all you need is a tennis ball and a wall, and all you're going to be doing is throwing the ball against the wall and at the same time turning and then catching the ball again after one bounce. So I'm going to start by using both hands. Let's have a look. Once you can do that with two hands about 10 times in a row without dropping the ball, then I want you to move on to throwing with your left hand and then turning and then catching with only your left hand, and then trying to throw with your right hand and only catching with your right hand. Let's have a look. Now my right hand. Okay, so activity number 3. Activity number 3 is going to involve coordination with a bat, or for my case, a rolling pin. So I'm going to try and bounce the ball on the rolling pin for as many times as I can until failure. And I want you to practice this continuously at home. Goes one after another. Okay, give it a go with a rolling pin or something small, but if I were you, I would start with something a little bit bigger so you can get used to having the coordination and balancing something on something. So I'm going to show you with a tennis racket now. You can even try walking around at the same time or not looking at the tennis ball whilst you're doing it. You could be looking at something else. You could always try and flip the racket for some extra coordination. If you don't have a tennis racket, a cricket bat will be fine. Any kind of pieces of wood or anything that you can find at home to show that you can practice your coordination. Even, for example, a rolling pin like I've demonstrated for you would be perfect for this activity. I'm looking forward to seeing your results. So this is your challenge. Your challenge is going to involve a rolling pin and a tennis ball. So I'm going to throw the ball originally against the wall, and then I'm going to let it bounce once, and I'm going to use the rolling pin to hit it back at the wall, and I'm going to see how many I can get before the ball bounces twice. I'll try one more time. So give that challenge a go with a rolling pin or a small piece of wood or plastic or anything you have at home, and I'm looking forward to seeing if you can get more than I just did.